We've always said that.
I'm freaking out.
And we've always said that.
You're sick in the head.
We've always said that.
Aiden, I love you. I wanted you to have a part of
And
me.
we've always said that.
Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
JP Saxe. We're
JP
so excited to
Saxe.
have you.
Thanks, guys.
I don't know if you know this, but we have been talking about your music for the past couple of episodes in a row.
For real?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I feel like we manifested this. Like this has been a goal.
Oh yeah, no, this is full manifestation.
This has been a goal of the pod to get
Yeah.
you on. So we're really, really delighted to have you.
I'm so much more accessible than most people would think. I mean, I took a text message from a friend and I said yes. I took the first available day.
Right. It was
first
like pretty
available time.
seamless, actually.
Well, we're all
turns
like-
out we're kind of neighbors.
We're all like, we're all Brooklyn girlies right now,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, first of all, wait, should we introduce you a little bit?
Yeah.
How would you introduce yourself? I mean, I'll say you're a Grammy-nominated musician.
Yep,
which is-
Grammy-losing musician. It's a fun thing to lead with, but I don't know. I usually don't go accolade. How do I introduce myself? Usually I'll say like in a professional setting, how will I introduce myself?
Sure, or let's do professional and then personal. Give us both.
They might be similar. I don't mind being perceived as like a dorky ginger from Canada. And
Beautiful.
I don't feel like I need to present anything like that right off the
Right.
bat.
Sure.
I'd rather create low expectations and over deliver.
Yeah, under promise, over deliver.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good.
That's
I
a
like
good
to
way to
over
put it.
promise, under deliver. If that's anything to you.
yeah, no, that's me too.
Yeah.
Like about what?
Like I'll just be disappointing in real life.
Yeah, that's right. No expectation. No expectation.
I used to lie about my height on dating apps. Like I used to lie like lower.
Oh, you're a bad person.
Oh, you went
you went
lower.
lower? That's so
Like
smart.
4'9" kind of vibe.
Exactly.
Yeah. Wait, how tall are you actually?
5'11",
5'11", and what would you say?
5'10".
Oh.
Admirable. Because actually,
is nice.
Actually, that's so smart because anytime someone says 5'11", it's like, yeah, right. Like, that's not a real height.
Mm-hmm.
So for you to say, even though you are 5'11", okay, cool. So that's good.
There have been
That's more
times in my life
believable.
I've thought I was the only 5'11" man on earth.
Whoa.
You could be.
You probably are.
No, I don't think I've ever met anyone else who's 5'11".
No, it's either 5'10" or 6. Like, there's
Yeah.
no 5'11".
Right.
No, there's
No.
never a 5'11".
It's one of the things I do to sort of perform uniqueness so I can feel good about
Beautiful.
myself.
Okay, so what we have about you right now on paper,
Mm-hmm.
Grammy nommed,
Yep.
5'11",
5'11".
kind of a liar.
Green.
Yeah, but like
Greenpoint
an ethical
girly.
liar.
And he's a Greenpoint girly.
Yeah.
Does that count as a lie?
What?
Being a Greenpoint girly? I feel
Yeah,
like a
that's a lie.
Greenpoint
It
girly.
could. It is.
I told an audience of people a year before I moved to Greenpoint that I was moving to Greenpoint with no plans to do so, and then I followed through.
Beautiful.
Again, manifestation.
And that was from Toronto, or was that a different part of New
I
York?
moved to Los Angeles when I was 19,
Okay. You're
Whoa.
nuts. Wait, and how long have you been in New York?
since July.
Oh, welcome.
Wait. Oh my God.
Oh my God, new.
Thank you, I am new.
Okay, you're a baby.
I'm
Yeah.
romanticizing it, by the way. I really found it very flattering that you thought I would try and hide the borough I lived in because I'm so far from famous enough to be concerned with that.
Come on.
But it's nice of
You're
you to
so
consider.
famous to us.
That's really nice. I love that I'm a topic of conversation. I feel like minorly disoriented by the flattery at the beginning of this conversation. It's one of the dynamics I don't know how to navigate very well.
Sure.
I get that.
Would you consider yourself to be an introvert?
No.
Okay.
So you're an extrovert?
Yes.
Okay.
What is that thing? It's the type 2 or something.
Like in, oh, I don't know.
Do you guys know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about?
I know what you're talking about, but I don't know what they are.
Enneagrams.
Yes. Do you know what you are?
I'm a 2.
I think I'm a 2. Is that the doer? Is that like the
The helper, I think.
Oh, it is the helper.
You're a helper?
Okay.
What does that
Okay,
mean?
I think I was a 2 or a 4. Couldn't remember. Can't tell you.
I think I might have hid some ego on the test, though.
Me too.
I think
I mean, we all do.
We're all lying on the test.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna
want a good
lie on a
grade.
quiz if I'm given the chance.
Great. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's to me, Enneagrams is like your Hogwarts house, but without the like origins and transphobia. Although
Right.
I can't say for sure because it is popular in Nashville.
it is. No, it is.
Wait,
Everyone from
what? Why
Nashville
Nashville?
asks me that.
I don't know.
And I was like,
they just
I
like
don't
Enneagrams.
know.
That's like their astrology.
No, for real.
Yes, it is
Like,
absolutely that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you just released a couple new songs,
Mm-hmm.
and we're so excited about them.
Mm-hmm.
The one that Fia and I have been obsessed with is "Smartphone Make Me Dumb."
Mm-hmm.
I want to
Truly
hear.
phenomenal.
I need to hear everything from the beginning, from like how you wrote the song, what it means to you, just all of that.
Okay, so I wrote it with Savannah Santos and Ryan Marone in Malay. And Savannah and I were having a conversation about our favorite ways to hide from our emotions.
Oh.
And something that her and I have in common is a deep desire for aliveness, but also like a real talent to numb all aliveness at any time. Because unfortunately, like feeling things that we want to feel means allowing room to feel the things we don't want to feel. And I really hate that about feelings. I think they're so dumb. Because like I really want to feel joy and enthusiasm and love and passion and excitement, but like I don't want to feel pain and grief and disappointment and fear. And I don't know how to like let in some without letting in the others.
Yeah.
So usually I just opt for off, just like
just smartphone make you
turn off.
Yeah.
So especially like first thing in the morning, it's like exhausting to be conscious.
to be alive.
Oh my God, to feel anything is.
It's so cool that we're like all depressed on the pod. I feel like that's good.
If I could turn off my feelings, yeah.
Just
What's your favorite way to turn off your feelings?
Ooh, that's a really good question. Probably spend as much time with my cat and
Cute.
just talk to him. And just like I turn off and I go there and it's just him and I.
time with you and Rupert.
Yeah, I mean that's.
Do you have a ginger cat?
No, I have a gray cat. His name is
Do you have a ginger
Rupert.
cat?
No, I get excited about ginger things.
Okay.
I thought Rupert like Rupert Grint.
I know. No, my
guessing at
best
it.
friend is ginger though. She's very ginger.
Thanks
I'll show
for
you a
looking out
picture.
for us.
I'll show you a picture.
I want to see her.
So you're part of the community.
The ginger community?
Yeah.
Did you get kicked growing up?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
You know about Kick a Ginger Day.
What?
You really
I mean,
are an ally.
I really
Like
like
you celebrated.
Well, I kicked
You
her
were
too,
observed.
no, my best friend is like red hot ginger, like truly something
Fun.
out of a storybook.
Did you get kicked is crazy. I did not know about this.
You haven't heard about Kick a Ginger Day?
No.
There were kids in the hospital and shit.
Yeah, dude,
It is
their
really funny.
shit is concaved in, like.
What?
Did you get
No.
really fucked
No.
up?
No. I mean,
Okay.
I didn't go to the hospital. I did get kicked.
Did you get bruised?
There were some bruises,
Yeah.
but like ginger's bruise easy, so
Right,
That's so
so it's-
true. Do you tan?
not to undervalue my trauma immediately. I don't think it's trauma.
Yeah.
Although I am embracing it really hard, which might be indicative of there being something I'm trying to make up for. I'm not entirely
wait,
sure.
Are you in therapy?
Sure, yeah, of course.
Okay, good. I'm hearing that.
I talk about my feelings for a living, so I like getting
That's
some
true.
professional advice on it.
That's good.
Yeah.
Do you
It's
feel like
very
that
true.
helps you like connect more to yourself and like your songwriting?
I find that intellectualizing my emotions can be a bit misleading because my ability to articulate my feelings and my ability to like actually navigate them as a human are so very different.
Yeah.
Like I'm good at talking about them, but I'm bad at doing anything good with them other than make songs out of them. But
Hell yeah.
and that's kind of like the illusion of progress.
Mm-hmm.
That's my toxic trait.
Dropping bars.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what's your biggest red flag?
It's that I mistake self-awareness for healing.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Preach. Oopsie.
Oops.
I feel that.
What's your biggest green flag?
Biggest green flag?
Yeah, about yourself.
Like just in general?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or like, yeah, regarding love.
Do you hate
perhaps?
yourself?
Do I hate myself? Most of the I mean, no.
Yeah, same.
I hate myself on occasion. I hate myself coming back to my song. I hate myself when I am turning off on purpose and don't know how to stop.
Okay.
I feel like a Neanderthal,
Yeah.
like just like deeply craving
Yeah.
lack of experience. That's why I speak like a Neanderthal in the pre-chorus of that song,
Yes.
which was wonderfully exciting to watch go over the head of the internet. I don't know if
Yeah,
you
I
ever
know.
witnessed
Okay,
this.
yeah. So that, and thank you for bringing that up. So I was gonna say too, because that song has split the room,
Mhm, for
which
sure.
I think is very interesting.
So fun to be polarizing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. So how is your experience with that been?
It's exciting.
Okay.
A friend of mine referred to it as the dragged to relevance pipeline.
Okay. Okay.
Which I'm happy to be involved in. I also think that there are other parts of the project that are even more easy to yell at, potentially, because I find it really boring to talk as if I know anything. So rather than critique the subject matter that I was looking for on the project, which was the fuckery of masculinity, which is sort of one of the core through lines of the project, rather than look for it in others and then criticize it, I looked for it in myself and then just owned it and spoke from it.
Yeah.
We love
that. Like owning the toxic masculinity
Yeah.
and just being honest about it.
Yeah, like I have a song about the relationship between masculinity and grief, and it's called Soft Ass Bitch, and I do think that one is likely to be misunderstood
That's
also.
amazing.
Soft ass bitch.
I just love how on the nose you are with it too.
Yeah, like
Like-
it's pretty. Yeah, I mean, because that was the thing too. It's like Fee and I were like, I mean, like smartphone make me, because it's like you hear it and at first it's a little jarring. And then you're like, wait a second, but like,
This
true.
slaps.
But like
and
actually
it's
literally true.
Thanks,
And
team.
also just like the melody is so good.
Yeah, it's like
And
really catchy. I've been like
very
singing it all
catchy.
day. But yeah.
But there's truth behind it. And I love when musicians and writers, you know, make songs that go over other people's head. Like
Yeah.
it hits the right people in the right spot. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And then for the others, it's like, all right, well,
Also, can I hear about the line in the song, "Women make me"?
yeah.
All right, well, okay. Pre-chorus 2, we go, forget what I'm running
Yes.
from.
Right,
So
yeah,
there's like
right.
a completion of the thought.
Yes.
I don't know. I think I often hide from myself, like behind saying things in a fancy way unnecessarily, because I'm like, I'd rather be confusing than misunderstood.
True.
But
Okay, bars.
Yeah.
Okay, put that on a shirt.
Yeah.
Okay.
thanks. We're making shirts. What was the one you had earlier that I really liked?
What?
There was a poem, a bar. You said I got bars earlier. I wish I could remember it.
What was it?
I have the memory of a forgetful goldfish.
Oh, me too.
Like the ones that other
That's
goldfish
because
make fun
smartphone make
of.
me dumb.
Smartphone make me so dumb.
Too.
Okay, sorry, keep going. So
Um,
women make me.
I mean, I don't think there's necessarily like a second read there. I think I think that my favorite ways to hide from myself are sex, substances, and the internet. Sex,
Yeah.
substances, social media for the alliteration.
Okay,
Yeah.
So
so there you go. So,
It-
because, well, okay, so dissecting that line though a little bit too. Can I just say?
of all the lyrics of mine, you could like really
Oh,
deep
well,
dive
let's
on.
see,
I
because
love
I'm
this. I love it a
okay,
lot.
Here's the thing. I'm a comedian.
Right.
So what you've done with that is kind of the most immaculate misdirect that I've ever experienced. Like, it's like a perfect, like, because the tension that you build, like, it is true. Like, I wish I had written that in many ways because it's such a perfect, like, parallel. And then you just come in with the, and then we're all just like,
perfect.
hell yeah,
It's
brother.
perfect.
Yeah, it's really good.
Thanks.
It's really good.
I also think just like generally in life, I turn to humor in the face of things that make me uncomfortable, like most people.
Yeah.
Like if something's getting too real, then like obviously go to joke.
Right.
And I do that in songs.
music.
I like doing that in lyrics.
So was your intention to be sort of funny with it, or what was the?
yeah, I mean,
yeah.
I think a song can be sincere and silly at the same time.
I agree.
I think that's what's sort of the interesting, like the split the room aspect of it, because it is so serious in some ways.
Well, I think people often like to put genre
In a
and just in
box.
one box, and it's like they don't see it as sincere and silly. Like
Yeah.
they can't digest that,
yeah.
especially the internet. But so did you have a feeling like this was going to happen when you were releasing it?
Honestly, no.
No.
Yeah. What did you think was going to be the reaction?
Well, every time I put a lyric on the internet that was about the internet, it's done well on the internet.
True.
Okay, fair. True.
So I had a feeling that it would be embraced by the TikTokeracy, but I didn't realize that it was going to be embraced with such occasional cruelty.
Well, fair.
But that's okay. I think like, I don't know, I'd rather be yelled at than ignored.
Yeah.
That's a good way to put it.
I mean, we've both been on the internet for long enough to get absolutely raked. I don't know. Have you been?
Does that happen? Do people yell at you? Are they mean?
I've been yelled at. I've split many rooms with a few of my videos.
You have.
But I like to split a room.
You're good at it.
I'll
Damn
lean
good
in.
at it, girl.
You just gotta be like, I said what I said. If you believe in the point you made, I feel like that's all you can do.
True.
Do you have to believe in it as a comedian, or does it just have to be funny?
Well, I would never say something that I didn't sort of, I mean, in a sarcastic way, believe in. You know what I mean? Like, I have a joke that split a room on Subway Takes, if you know Subway Takes. I said, like, if you're in a relationship and you have a dog together and you guys break up, kill the dog.
That's hilarious.
Thank you. And thank you. And obviously it's not literal, but it's like, let's think about these things.
Let's just think.
Did people
it
think you were
through.
serious?
Some people thought I was serious, and then some people were like, a lot of the comments were like, as a child of divorce, I agree.
It's
And so I was like, that's what's up. I
it's
get it.
very true in its own little way.
Yeah.
But I don't think I've done that as much. I think I'm also not as risky. On
Well,
the
you like to
internet.
play it safe. You like to talk about like Greek yogurt.
That's true.
So, and
I
like
do
salad
love it.
kits.
Okay, so
and, like,
food.
farts.
Yeah. I'm like really just like you want to talk about cavemen like level, like that's my humor.
Yeah, that's where you're right at the top.
I just enjoy
Yeah.
the simple.
Yeah.
Simplicity there. But no, I mean, the internet's a scary place.
It is a scary place.
It's a black hole full of
and everyone's gonna just run with whatever.
Yeah.
Has it impacted your life in other ways since that song is dropped?
Not really.
Yeah, it's just confined to the internet.
Well, I mean, an impact it did make is I decided that it wasn't actually useful for me to fill my spare time with reading comments.
Oh,
So
cool.
Yeah.
I've come up with a social media approach that is disclaimer on saying something annoying, serving my mental health.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So I have it on my iPad, which exists on my desk, and I don't have it on my phone. So if I'm
That's
going to engage with
awesome.
social media, I have a spot. I go to it. I treat it like work, which is kind of nice.
That's so
Kind of
smart.
love that. Well, do you ever
Couldn't be me.
do you also ever find as like an artist, like, do you enjoy the promo bit of releasing songs? Do you enjoy that?
Honest answer, no. More ideal answer, I'm grateful that I have a job that requires me to do things that are like still fun, but not the most fun in order to do my
Right.
favorite part of it.
Right.
But
It's
if I'm
not-
going to like try and be grateful about it, but like if
Of
I'm going to be a
course.
little bitch about it, like I
Of
fucking hate that
course.
stuff.
Hey, and you're allowed to be a bitch on the pod.
Hey.
That's the policy of the podcast. We'll be
you
little
might
bitches
cry
on it.
on the pod today.
I'll
Really?
cry on the pod,
Hopefully.
baby.
If you made me cry, I'd be so grateful.
No, I know. Honestly, I kind of need to cry.
Guys,
Like, I
let's
haven't
cry.
cried.
Let's go for the pod. Let's cry by
Let's
the
all
end.
cry
Let's all cry by
together.
the end.
That's really helpful.
So tell us about your relationship with your mom. No.
Dead.
Open it up.
Actually.
Yeah, perfect. That you went right to it. Good
Oh.
instincts.
All right.
It's perfect.
All right.
Would you like me to lean in further?
Yep. Yeah.
I'll cry now. That's
Yeah.
my cue. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Want to hear
hear
about
that.
like last words?
Do you?
You want to hear
love
how
him.
it happened? Do you
I
want to hear
love
like I
him.
was there? Do you want
Really?
to like know what it felt like when like the last breath was taken and I knew that this
Holy
was
You know what's
shit, are you
crazy?
serious?
I've been with somebody on their last breath as well.
who?
My grandmother.
Oh.
Crazy.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
I'm okay. I'm okay. No, I was just relating to you.
I see.
And I'm trying to.
People be dying.
People do.
Wait.
be
So
dying.
that probably. When did that happen?
2020.
Okay.
Wow.
March 20. No,
Wow.
January 2020.
How has that experience informed your life? Vastly.
Most of my favorite parts of my life I have done in service of trying to maintain my connection with my mom. Something I've learned about grief is that I used to think when someone died, your relationship with them stopped at that point, and like you had whatever relationship you did have, but you didn't necessarily get to build on that relationship. And I was so wrong about that. Like I've been able to build my relationship with my mom without her. Like the relationship has grown, not just
wow.
maintained.
Wow.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, it's cool. She spent most of her life living in Peru, but she didn't teach me Spanish, which I'm still mad about.
Sure.
But I decided that I could no longer blame my dead mom for my single language use. So I went and learned Spanish as a way to process grief in a fun way.
Wow.
Oh.
That is beautiful.
Do you spend a lot of time in Peru now, or?
I do spend a lot of time in Peru now, yeah.
Wow.
It makes me more fuckable because I'm bilingual and I'm sad.
Wait, sorry. So why else are you fuckable?
I said bilingual and sad.
Bilingual.
No,
and
bilingual and sad will get
Wait.
you.
Okay, dripping. Let's go. Okay, a bilingual sad ginger Grammy nom. Let's
That's how
go.
you asked me how I introduced myself. It should be that.
That's
Yeah.
it. That's it. That's perfect.
Wow, the
That's so
underwear
perfect.
comes off. That's crazy.
Yeah. Falls off.
That's incredible. And you know what? Beautiful.
And now we're getting to know each other. Now we're
this
getting
is-
there.
Now things are happening.
All it took was one relationship with your mother comment.
yeah,
Yeah,
just
no,
like
it just like
and my
floodgates.
bad.
Yeah.
Okay, wow.
You stumbled into my comfort zone.
yeah.
Okay, good.
This
Do you
is
like
perfect.
to sort of like not overshare, but like, are you comfortable like talking about really deeply personal stuff?
Yeah, it's my job.
Right.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, it is.
I'm the
You know
same
what?
way
It is.
actually.
What?
I'm like I like to just sort of like let it all out. I'm like I don't care because it doesn't bother me, and I feel like stuff like that is so much more relatable to people than anyone would ever admit because everyone's gone through something, you know.
Totally.
And I feel like it makes me feel a little bit nuts when I know that everyone's dealing with something and no one's talking about it. Like,
Yeah, it's
that's-
like let's all just kind of let loose with the
Yeah, it's like-
information.
How loose?
Like 73%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would let loose. Actually, do I let loose
No.
them? No. I
And
don't.
ultimately you don't.
You know what? I'm like this.
Yeah.
You are.
Greek
You're-
yogurt.
Greek
You're
yogurt.
good at like being Greek yogurt for sure.
Yeah. I don't know why. I mean, I like.
Have you always liked probiotics more than vulnerability?
Wait, why?
Kind of.
Can you be my therapist? I feel like this is like he's calling us on stuff.
Yeah. It's.
I'd be such a bad therapist because I like chaos.
Oh, okay.
I would give bad advice because I'd be like, lean into it, feel alive, go
No,
back,
that's
go
my
back to
thing,
them.
too.
One
Okay.
more try, it might work this time.
That's so fun.
This is why he'd be such a great therapist.
Yeah, like kind of like let it rip.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Okay, I have a question about your music too. Okay, so
But I don't want to skip too far past the probiotics versus vulnerability though.
No, I know you're right.
But
We
I will
should
answer
put her
whatever
on
question
the-
about my music.
Yeah, should we put? I mean, we have to put you on the spot a little bit.
Sure. Me?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right now? No, I think, I mean, I write music as well, and I think I do share it through that medium. But I think like when I don't know. I guess I don't really know how I come across when you first meet me. Actually, you know what?
People think you're mean.
No, nobody thinks I'm mean. Wait, do people think I'm mean? Are you fucking serious?
Well, I know one of my friends was like, she's standoffish.
Are you actually kidding?
You know this. I told you this.
No, you know what it is? It's
With
not
men,
that
with
I'm
men.
standoffish.
Okay.
It's that I'm hard to read.
Okay.
You know why? Because I'm reading you first.
Exactly. Yeah.
And that's it. Really? Am I legit mean?
No.
Am I
You're the
mean?
nicest person I've ever met.
I found
Am I
you very
mean?
friendly.
Okay.
See? And JP said so.
That's what I thought too. I feel like I'm perhaps the most welcoming.
Okay. So you're scared of vulnerability, which we aren't.
Wait.
Because we're Aries.
Am I?
You're scared of oversharing. You like to keep things private.
I do like to keep things private, not
Yeah.
secret, just private.
Just private.
That's totally fair.
That's
I
allowed.
think
It's
I
just your
think
style.
it. I've been on the internet for like since I was like 18.
Yeah. So there's that.
And not that I'm like anything, but I've found that it's helped me kind of not lose my marbles if I
Yeah.
like share everything.
Yeah. That's like your iPad on the desk.
Yeah.
You're so very allowed to have things that are just for yourself.
Yeah. I don't really want
I
anybody
mean,
else.
I
to...
disagree. But
Wait,
Not from you.
no. Yeah. Thank you. And thank you for clarifying that.
have you ever had like crazy fans or like crazy stalkers or anything
Nah.
like that? Wow,
They're all
that's
just like-
awesome.
My,
Sick.
people who fuck with my music are generally just like wherever the intersection is between like thinks too much, feels too much, like has too many feelings, and also spends too much time analyzing the too many feelings.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's dope.
Yeah, they
Interesting.
just
So no-
seem like a bunch of little me's, but like mostly women
True.
and mostly gay.
True.
Mostly girls and
Okay.
gays. That's
Girls
good.
and gays. That's a great demographic.
I'm
but
very
you're
grateful.
straight?
So far,
Okay.
I'm
So
not
glad
ruling
for
it
you.
out.
Okay.
No
yeah.
joy is off the table.
Oh, okay.
That's
Straight
so good.
pending.
Okay.
That's
I
how
love that.
identify.
Say, welcome.
I
You're
got
just like us.
Yeah, no, we are all on the same
Yeah,
page.
we're pretty much all aligned
We're
on
all,
all
like,
of these
fluid.
points so far.
This is amazing.
I think my friends make fun of me because it's sort of a running joke that I've wanted to be bi for a really long time, and then I moved to Brooklyn and started dressing like a Brooklyn bi and like just like really wanted to be that identity. And I think it might be a little bit of a misunderstanding between the distinction of sexuality and gender because I've always felt very feminine, but I've also always been attracted to women. So who knows what will happen? But I'm open to whatever does occur.
I love that for you. I think that's amazing.
Wait, in what
Especially
ways do you feel feminine?
When I was like 11 years old, my parents sat me down and told me that if I was gay, it was totally okay. I think I just like really gave like super girly kid. At least like by, your traditional standards of gender if you subscribe to those things. But I think I fit most of those boxes as I was young. And then I remember the moment that I like tried to stop being feminine as like a 12-year-old boy. Like as I started studying for my bar mitzvah. So I'm a man now. I have to like change my posture and like change the way I talk, and I have to like different movies. 13 going on 30 can't be my favorite movie anymore. I have to watch Friday Night Lights. Started playing basketball. I still like basketball. It's a spectrum.
Yeah.
Is
And
there-
did it work? Or
Although now I like really fuck with basketball, but like mostly women's basketball.
That's
It's all we
dope.
found a balance. Maybe that's one of my green flags. I like really fuck with women's sports.
Okay.
That's
Like
awesome.
engaged in
yeah,
women's sports.
ally.
I love that.
That's my
wanna-
performative feminism
There it is.
that I like post
You're
about
like
the
in the
WNBA.
WNBA.
There it is.
You're like courtside at the WNBA. Like,
Yeah, I'm so fucking insufferable when people ask me who my favorite athlete is, and I always like make a point to just say a female athlete because I don't expect it.
that's beautiful.
I'm pro virtue signaling.
Yes.
I mean it. I'm pro virtue signaling. I think we signal so many other things that we care about and believe. We signal our sense of style. We signal our, what teams we care about. Like, why not signal your virtues? People should know.
Very true.
Okay.
I love.
Okay,
Wait.
hot takes. Wait, okay, are most of your friends women?
It's not my take. It's a Ta-Nehisi Coates take.
Okay,
Oh.
and you're adopting it.
Yeah.
Very man of you.
Yeah.
And back to masculinity. Wait, are most of your friends women?
Yeah.
Okay, knew it.
Women are amazing.
Women rock.
There's more of them. Yes.
Okay, got it.
They're so safe and pretty, and they smell nice.
Yeah, and we're good listeners. And
Such
also, if
good
your thing is
listeners.
like feeling your feelings and talking about your feelings, it's like who's better than a girl for that?
I have some very good listening male friends, if anyone's interested. But I would say, on a whole, women are just better at being people, in my
Very
experience.
true. It's very true.
Wait, okay, so
I
this
only
new...
feel safe with women.
It's so valid.
Wait, okay, so your last album was very much about going through a breakup.
Yes.
And this album coming up
Mhm.
is super duper about being a fuckboy.
Kinda, yeah.
Okay. Can we hear about that journey? And where you're at with it now?
And this is me turning off the part of me that's like desperate to be understood accurately. But so we're just gonna allow that to be the way we describe it, and I'm just gonna be okay with that.
But you can correct me.
No, it's totally fine. I mean, that is a valid take. I think my last album was very much fighting for the idea that love could be over and real at the same time, and love ending didn't mean that it was worthless and meaningless and a mistake.
Yeah.
Because I think there's a little bit of a sad emotional norm that if you break up, it means you never should have been together in the first place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, that rules out the asterisk of like shitty relationships with abusive people, but like you can have really beautiful relationships that don't end in death.
Yeah.
You can have really beautiful relationships with really beautiful people who aren't the people you were supposed to maintain a relationship with. You can have a beautiful person who you have a bad relationship with. I used to really misunderstand that. I thought if like someone was fucking wonderful, then like that was more than enough. But like you can really love who someone is, and if you don't love the relationship you have with them, it's very hard to make it work.
Very true.
Yeah.
I have this theory that there's 3 things it takes from love to work, with no one wants to hear from me, but
Oh, we want to
is
hear
it? No, I
we
wanna
want to
hear
hear
it.
it.
here's my theory. It is very, very conceptual.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I think there are 3 things. I think you have to love who someone is as an individual separate from you. You have to love the way they love you, the way they show up for you, the way they consider you. And I think you have to love the kind of life they're trying to create. I think if you don't have all 3, it just doesn't work. And I've seen a lot of people in my life have 2 of the 3, and it usually
Yes.
falls apart at one of them being missing.
Yes.
Whoa.
I would absolutely agree with that.
Buke.
Yeah. That's a really beautiful way to put it.
I think that's so
So my fuckboy project
Yes.
is about...
There it is.
And let's go.
I think it's kind of boring to just write songs about the parts of yourself you like.
Right?
So my album exists in 2 parts. I sent you songs from part 1.
Okay.
And part 1 is like just me trying to articulate the fuckery as accurately
Yes.
as possible. And even if it's like not to the detail accurate, like I leaned in to try and elicit the feeling that felt accurate.
Oh yeah. And I felt that. I felt that feeling.
Yeah, I want people to hear it and be pissed.
But you know what? I heard it and I felt seen. Actually.
Great. That's great.
You know, the song, what was Brooklyn? What was that lyric that's like, sorry isn't enough? No.
Oh, it was
There's a bunch of sorries.
Yeah, there's a bunch of sorries, but,
Very Canadian
and then you
song.
end with sorry isn't,
Don't mean what it used to.
sorry don't mean what it used to. That hit me so hard. When does that come out?
April 18th. My favorite
18th, okay.
apology in that song is I'm sorry that I want you but don't choose you.
Yes. That is so fucking real. It's like, and we've all been on both sides of that, I feel like.
Right.
So to hear it is just like,
yeah, it's
Yeah.
a knife to the chest.
Also, the I'm sorry I only show up when I'm scared to lose you.
That's
tough.
makes me want to puke every
Yeah.
I love this. I would probably say the most like transparent apology is that I'm sorry that I only trust you love me when I'm needed, which is some 2 shit. That's us 2s.
Yep.
Needed is my favorite feeling.
saving somebody is kind of my thing. Okay.
I would honestly rather be needed than loved.
Whoa.
I agree with that, but I think that's because of my upbringing. Like I think I was taking care of a lot of people.
Do you have an alcoholic parent also?
No, I just have an abandoned thing with
I see.
with one of them. But and then I would take
Yogurt, probiotics,
Yeah,
probiotics,
just get back to
probiotics.
yogurt.
I start crying.
That's why you haven't cried, because you're always talking about yogurt.
That's so true. But feeling needed was the first thing I think I felt like as a child, kind of. No, I don't want to like.
You're allowed.
Say that I wasn't loved. I was, of course, loved,
But love is complicated.
But I was
Sometimes.
responsible for a lot of things, and I think that's why it's like as an adult, I gear more towards that in general with love. I'm like, yeah, I'd rather probably be needed than loved.
Do you have that?
It just feels like more within my control.
Right.
That-
Oh, yeah.
Like I can control being needed by someone. Being loved by them feels so fluid and
Yeah.
beyond me.
And you're like letting yourself go to that.
Yeah,
I
like
get that.
I feel like I can control being disposable. I'm not saying that this is a good idea, by the way.
No, yeah.
None of my ideas are good ideas. They're just
They're just
They're
this
just
is
ideas.
They're just
feelings.
ideas.
They're
They're
just
feelings
human
and thoughts.
emotions.
Yeah. But it felt like a nice thing to apologize for. I'm sorry that I'm only trust you love me when I'm needed. Yeah.
It's beautiful. I think it's also it's fun for me, having dated men, to hear it from a man like that.
Yep.
Put in those terms, where you're like, yeah, that was what was happening, wasn't it?
I think it's nice to make something recognizable. I think if the songs are infuriating, but they make you feel like some sense of seen,
Yeah.
and then maybe for someone who is experiencing the character of those songs in their life, and then when those characteristics show up, they are more attuned to be like, oh fuck that, oh, I don't want that at all. Like dude's character in White Lotus right now. I'm assuming y'all are watching that.
Oh yeah.
course.
Come on, finale this weekend.
The Schwarzenegger character.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like he's infuriating, but like you also recognize that character in your life.
Right.
Absolutely.
Like we all have him in our life, probably
Yes.
multiple times.
Yeah.
Right.
Damn.
So
God,
you're
that shit's so weird.
so you're just like in the. So you're kind of like falling on the sword a little bit. Do you feel that way? You're like taking ownership of the.
I don't think I'm any different than most of the men out here fucking up. I think the only thing unique about the way I'm existing is that I might be able to articulate it slightly better.
There it is. Yeah.
So
and
I
you know,
should.
that's a gift though, as a man.
Yeah,
like
being able to
to
articulate it.
do that. I mean, not a lot can.
Yeah.
You know.
Wait, do you articulate these things to the women that you're fucking over?
I mean, I've been in a relationship now for a little while, so I would like
Okay.
to think that these are more. No, I'm communicative with her.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I would like to think that the man in these songs is not the man she thinks she is dating.
Okay.
She might remember him.
Yes.
Were you like that at the beginning?
Yes.
She's waving like this.
And she's
at
like,
him.
we got him. So you like grew in the relationship, and now you're.
Part 2 of the album is more about the growth.
That's
It's more about
beautiful.
the aspiration.
Yeah. I mean that's life in general too.
Yeah.
You live and you learn.
How long have you been with your current person?
We met a year and a half ago.
Wow.
Okay. And you didn't make it official for a while, I assume?
We've navigated. We've
Navigate.
navigated.
Navigated.
But we've arrived at a stability that I'm very much enjoying. And she's fucking lovely.
Yeah.
Aw.
She's such a good communicator. I really love that about her.
Is she an Aries? What is she?
She's a Gemini.
Okay, Aries and Gemini makes sense.
It does?
I think so.
Fantastic. Do any of them not make sense?
Yeah. I want to say well, let me think. Aries go well with other Aries, I believe. And then Geminis are just fun, especially like female Geminis. Oh my god.
She's so fun.
I'm obsessed. Well, I'm a Taurus and I don't do well dating a Gemini.
Okay.
They break up with you in Thailand if you do that. But
Were you also in Thailand?
Oh,
Or they broke up with you from Thailand?
He broke up with me in Thailand.
They were both in
on
Thailand.
vacation.
Damn.
Yeah.
Did you spend the rest of the vacation together?
Yeah. And then I just told this last pod story, which is so funny. And then I went home alone. But it was intense, but it was its own thing. Anyways, don't date a Gemini man.
None of them?
No, they're all garbage.
You know what? I can't say that, but
I don't know.
I'm saying
Well,
legally
Gemini
I
women,
can,
in my
but
experience, very, very wonderful.
they are very wonderful. My best friend is a Gemini woman. She's the best. She's the coolest. She really is.
Okay.
We have some funny submissions.
Okay.
As our resident therapist, I feel like you can give some really good, not good advice.
It's going
Yeah.
to be such bad advice. That's the
Yeah, it's
disclaimer. This
gonna
is
be-
It's kind of the whole bit, though. Like,
Yeah.
it's cool.
So we'll just see. I feel like, I don't know, you seem like a self-aware king. So
No,
I
you're
feel
very
like,
self-aware.
This
You
could be,
actually
like,
could be
actually really helpful.
You could be spitting some like
Some
real stuff
bars.
now. And by the way, thank you to everybody who submitted some vulnerable stuff. That's something I can't do. This was a guy that wrote in. I say that because I think we had a little bit of a trigger thing with a girl writing this in. There was a guy that wrote in, might be in love with my best friend's ex. They haven't dated in 7 years, though. Am I cooked? JP?
I feel like there's going to be similar answers to a lot of these.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I mean, no, just like communicate with everyone involved and you'll be so fine.
Communicate with everyone. Yeah, they haven't dated in 7 years. And my follow-up question would be, how long did they date for?
Right.
And was it like a heavy
Like a serious
relationship, or
relationship.
was it a light relationship?
Well, do we know that she likes him back yet?
No.
See, I would have just been like, back the fuck up.
As who?
Him. Like, wait, he likes her?
He's the one who likes
Yeah,
his
he-
best friend's ex.
Yeah. I guess guys are a little bit less
Guys are
possessive about that. Do you agree?
It depends on the scenario and the person.
Yeah.
Thus the like communicate advice. I was like, go talk to your friend. But
Right.
also like, I don't know. I don't know what the right order is there. Because you should
talk to the
talk to the
person
girl first to
and
like
then the
establish
friend.
if there's even anything to be spoken about.
Right.
Because if you talk to the guy first, there's like a little bit of like some patriarchal ownership undertones there, which we don't want.
Ooh, whoa,
Clocked your ass. Okay.
But we also don't, I also think it depends how close he is to this friend. If they're
This
like
is true.
kicking it all
Yeah.
the time, then you can be like, yo, I have a little crush on so and so.
Have you ever done that? Have you had a crush on someone your
That
friend dated?
my friends have dated. No.
Okay. Because you're a good person.
Have you?
Even though you're a fuckboy. What?
Have you ever had crushes on somebody that your friend has dated?
No.
Oh my god.
I can't think of it.
I'm like, look, I'm thinking of myself.
Have you?
No.
Because I feel like I've never been in that small of a circle.
I also don't think any of my friends have the same like sort of
like taste
taste.
in guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I just none of my friends really like a short, thick neck.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of like I kind of have ownership over that domain.
Yeah, hey,
Short,
that's
thick
all
neck.
you, babe.
Yeah, it's pretty easy for me. It's kind of like smooth sailing in my.
No, yeah, it's for sure. It's all you. It's all you.
Huh.
You're shocked to hear that?
No, I'm just trying to imagine like short, thick neck. Can you get who's the prototype? Like a hockey player?
Yes.
Yeah, hockey
Yes,
player.
That's what I say. It's like a
Oh my
hockey
god,
player
yeah.
guy.
Kind of like psychopath. No, not a psychopath. Like a psycho. Like an over the top, like high energy.
From the
Which
concussions.
is kind of crazy.
Yeah, like brain damage.
You like
funny.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
funny. Beautiful
Yeah.
face.
we go for CTE.
I'm describing one person.
Yeah.
I need to stop doing that.
He's not the.
He's also not what
the
I
blueprint.
want. He's not the blueprint, but in many ways, but he's one of a string of these.
That's sure.
I'll show you a picture.
Oh my
I'm gonna-
god, she's literally
'cause-
bringing it up.
No, because you need to. I want your like live react.
to-
We're not.
It feels like 2008 Ty Domi is who I'm picturing. That's
don't
the most
know.
Canadian thing I've ever said
Oh
publicly.
my gosh.
I don't know
I
who
wish
that
I knew
is.
He's a
what
comedian.
that was.
Yeah, don't say that.
Sorry.
Do you have
Okay, I
a
don't
usual?
know if this
Do you
is-
have a usual type?
Okay, this is him. I don't know.
Yeah, it's
Short, thick neck.
he's also very handsome.
Okay, thank
He is.
you.
He is very handsome.
Yeah,
He looks
anyway.
like a Disney prince.
We're just friends now.
Sorry.
No, but in a good way.
No, that was.
It's
it
actually
was
like
supposed
really
to
needed.
happen.
It was really
That
like,
was necessary.
I love him. We're just, it was never gonna be anything. Which, to your point, not bad.
Honestly, current type is in your lane.
Thick neck.
Current type, not that lane. Because my girlfriend is a brunette with hazel eyes.
Oh,
Jew
you're
from
saying she
Toronto.
looks like me?
Yeah.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
so I'm your type. Okay.
Perfect.
Great. Thank you. Thanks for clarifying.
It's the first time I've dated a fellow Jew too.
Really?
Yeah.
Does that mean, do you feel like pressure to get married?
My dead mom would be stoked.
That's what I'm saying.
She wouldn't
yeah.
care at all. She was so
Really?
unconcerned.
Wait, so you're a Peruvian Jew?
No.
I'm confused.
My mom was not ethnically Peruvian.
Oh,
she just lived there for a really long time. She was Hungarian.
Oh, I'm a Hungarian Jew. We're cousins.
We're definitely
You guys are
cousins.
Yeah, we're cousins.
Hungarian on both sides?
Hungarian Russian.
Yeah, I think my dad's side's probably Russian. Actually, no, I did a 23andMe, no Russian.
Oh, really? Okay, so we're only mostly related.
But 94% Ashkenazi.
I think I'm
Wow.
probably 99. I've never gotten the test, but I'm just like so both sides
Yeah.
Jew.
Yeah, me too, 100%.
So to the guy, figure it out. Just communicate properly.
Yeah.
I think that's our not
Circling
good
back
advice.
from like Judaism and types.
Yep.
Anyway,
We took our own tangent.
Okay.
It's your podcast. It's not about him.
yeah, and actually sit down.
Okay. Here's another question.
Uh-huh.
Have any of you ever had a crisis of sexuality? What to do if not sure gay? I feel like I can weigh in on this.
Yeah, well, that's happened to you most recently, I would say.
Yes.
Would you describe yours as a crisis?
No, it's an
No.
adventure.
Okay.
And
Fun. I had a crisis.
I think, but I think I think it depends on how you look at it. I don't necessarily think any sort of figuring out your sexuality is not a crisis.
It's not a crisis.
It's actually, it's an adventure.
Can you
it's very
treat it
fun.
that way? Sure. Did I? Yeah.
It can be overwhelming at times and very confusing,
Yeah.
but it's also such a ride.
Yeah.
And I think I've more so recently hopped on that ride, I would say.
Congratulations.
It was real. It was very eye opening, and it was something I always wanted to do.
What's your
And,
conclusion now?
I think my conclusion was that it probably wasn't the right person.
Yeah, but you could still be.
I think like from a young age I was always like attracted to women.
Sure.
But I think
Am I your type?
no, because I love you as my best friend.
Okay. I just wanted to see if I was both the people on the podcast.
I have
type.
I do have a type
of.
of woman that I'm very attracted to. But yeah, no, I mean, I don't know. It was fun. It was fun to explore and dabble.
I
And
will
I think that's
say-
really important to do that.
Wait.
Okay.
So what's the question? Is
So the question is like, where is it?
am I having
Like,
is
how,
it a crisis?
what to do if you're
Oh,
not
if you're
sure.
not sure.
If you're not
Oh.
sure, explore.
Kiss somebody.
Kiss some frogs.
You
kiss
better
anybody.
kiss as many people as you can. Would you agree with that?
I think you should do so much more than kiss as many people
Okay.
as you
Touch bottoms.
touch
a booty
Smash
bump.
parts.
You should do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
And thank you.
Absolutely.
And you know what? Live it up.
Nothing's wrong.
No.
Yeah.
And
Just-
nothing's wrong?
Okay, some things are wrong.
Okay.
Nothing's wrong within the context of communication and consent
Yes.
and pure-hearted,
Let's go.
loving desire.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think you should just like have as
Download
much.
Grinder. Wait, is it a woman or a man?
I don't know.
Make sure people know that you are exploring. I think maybe that's a good disclaimer
Yeah.
too.
Make sure.
Smart.
Yes, definitely.
Don't make someone a
That
part
is-
of your exploration without their consent.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Say that up front. Say, hey, I'm new to this
Sure.
game. It's not a game, but I'm new to this.
To this
Bitchy.
genre.
Here am I. Here I am with my boundaries.
Here are my cards.
Yeah. And
why
go
don't
for
you-
it.
And make out.
And you know what? That was kind of good advice, actually.
Actually, that was regular good advice.
Yeah. Okay, this is a fun one. My sister is getting married, and I don't think they are a good fit as a couple. I am the maid of honor, and I have to make a speech. How do I go about this?
Pick up the wedding.
I mean, if you're turning to a podcast for advice on this, I think that's how you open the speech.
Oh my god, that would be really funny.
Yeah.
You'd be like, I wrote into a podcast, and here's what they said.
Yeah.
Oh my god, and I quote, and then he just starts reading.
And it's just like us.
From Yvette. JP.
Or like make it
Yeah.
a challenge. Make it like a prove me wrong.
Wait, that's chaos. Oh, you are you're a chaotic prince. Okay.
How is she supposed to go up there and lie about her
No, I know.
sister's
Yeah,
partner.
she's like,
What would you
for
do?
those of you
Oh,
who
I would
don't
say
know,
something before the speech. Has she said something already? That's my follow
No,
up.
I don't think she has.
Has she said nothing the whole time?
No.
The whole time they were dating, there was never, I don't know if this is it.
Yeah, if you haven't.
Okay, but have you ever said that to somebody?
Yes.
You thought, really?
Yes.
And how did that go?
Usually poorly, but
It
like,
doesn't go well.
You lose that person.
No, you don't.
For a time.
There's a way to do it, and I think there's also people get very defensive, of course.
Yeah, it's super. No one wants to hear that about their.
But I've done that,
And
it is what it is.
see, as someone who believes that some relationships are supposed to end, especially if like you're fucking around, if someone's dating the wrong person, I'm just like, I hope you're having fun.
Yes,
right, but then they're getting married.
That is an
and
issue.
they're
Different.
getting married.
I mean, you can get married so many times.
That's so true. Actually, that's a really good little
Chaos?
take. I think you should just get. My big thing is you should fall in love as many times as you can.
I know, but get married. as many times as you
100%
can?
agreed.
Yeah.
Why
Okay,
not?
This is why you guys are musicians.
Yeah.
This is the musician table. Okay. You guys are such pussies.
No, actually,
What are you talking about?
we're the
Crazy
biggest
way, like-
risk takers,
Yeah.
if anything.
Because you can get hurt and be fine.
Yeah.
You're like,
you're the
yeah.
one that's like, you're always like,
Oh, you're right. I'm
you're,
really
you're
careful.
falling in love so much. I'm like, yeah, dude, life is short.
Agreed. Same
You
page.
gotta feel everything you can feel.
I like to
Squeeze
feel
it up.
and yearn and IG8 and not actually.
Yearning is a part of love and risking and doing all of that.
Yeah, don't let them ruin it with their realities.
Yeah. Check out, babe. Check out.
Right.
I
If
do
anyone
want-
wants to ruin my life, let's try it.
Let's just do it.
Give it a shot.
Yeah.
Also, I do understand the desire to let people like stay a fantasy because people's actual humanity can be so much less interesting. But
Wars.
on that note, like knowing how something's gonna go is just kind of a myth anyway. Like you don't know how it's gonna go.
You don't. You gotta risk it for the biscuit.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Or pull back.
Or pull back. I mean, there's you
It
know,
depends.
we're having our own internal.
Yeah. We're
thing right
reading
now.
each other's minds. Again, we'll fill you in after.
Okay.
So all in all, I think you should note to your sister at some point, hey, is this a marriage that you want to be a part of forever?
Yeah. Just maybe emphasize the foreverness
Maybe
of
the
it all.
forever. I mean,
Or
again,
do-
but you can get divorced.
Or get on start doing the speech and say, hey, quick reminder, you guys are allowed to get divorced. Just plant that.
I'm so honored and grateful to be giving a speech at my sister's first wedding.
first one. That's great.
That's how you open.
That's good. I like that.
See, that's all you need. Just subtle stuff like that. You got it. That's perfect.
I have a really funny one.
Okay.
This is really funny, and we can bleep what I say. But my mother-in-law's Ring camera caught me calling her a. Funny thing is, she didn't ask any sort of advice. She's just telling us.
Just let us know. Would love to know how that.
How did mom respond?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish we
Did
knew.
she take it as a compliment? Are they British?
Yeah,
Ooh,
it could be really
British could be fun.
I mean, I would kind of love that as a mother-in-law.
If your daughter-in-law called you,
Yeah, because it's like it's kind of like serve, like period.
somehow, without knowing the full story,
Gen Z cusp.
I don't feel like that was the tone of it.
No, it definitely wasn't. And there's family turmoil probably going on now.
Thanksgiving is gonna be tough this year.
but
Probably.
But like, is she though?
I don't think she's
But it sounds like
even
she was being
apologetic though. Like the woman, the wife is not. She's just kind of stating it.
She's
and-
just like, "Oopsie, my bad."
I don't think I've ever called anyone that.
Well,
Well,
you
that's
shouldn't.
good.
That's
Yeah,
not
don't
really
do
your
that.
word. My God.
Fair.
what
Can you imagine if he was like, I mean, I say this all
has
the
somebody
time.
called you that
I think I'd remember.
Yeah.
I think I'd love it.
one time?
Yeah, that would be like a compliment. I
I'd be
feel.
stoked.
Yeah.
Really?
Like, okay.
One time I got called one.
What?
Disparagingly?
Yeah,
Actually, I've been called it too.
by an ex-boyfriend.
Oh no.
And then guess what I called him?
What?
A pussy rat.
You were funny even in that moment.
Pussy rat is so good.
Did
That's
you laugh? Did he
descriptive.
laugh?
No, I didn't even laugh, but I laughed as soon as I left and I told everybody. I go, he called me a cunt. And they go, what? And I go, yeah. I go, you know what I said to him? And they go, what? I go, pussy.
Had you called someone that before?
No, it kind of
It
just
just came from the depths.
popped in and sort of took over. And now, I mean, there's even a group chat named Pussy Rat after that moment
That's beautiful.
of
What's the worst thing a woman's ever called you?
Inconsistent?
Ooh.
I don't know. The worst thing a woman's ever called me. I don't know.
Inconsistent's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one. Also, that's the fun thing about women is that they'll give you like a targeted like burn.
Oh God.
Like think about that.
They'll go deep.
Yeah.
Core.
I don't really even insult people. I'll just give them like a very specific read. I feel like that's so much
You and I
worse.
have that in common.
Yeah. Because it's like, I'm like, no, I see right through you. And this is it. And they're like,
Do you ever get like really excited about the opportunity to be justifiably mean?
Yes. Yes. No, like hesitation. Yes.
Because it doesn't happen
Yes.
very often. So if you're like, oh my gosh, this is a moment.
I can be mean.
I'm allowed to be mean. It feels allowed.
Just let it rip.
I
Yeah.
look.
Are you like
I'm-
mean on
I
the
am
inside?
excited.
Do you like want to be mean sometimes?
I think it's fun to use words for different impact. And that's just, territory that I don't usually feel like is viable.
Yeah. I think the other thing too is being sort of like a caretaker. I sort of look to defend for others as well.
Yeah.
So I'm like always ready.
You should see us at the bar together.
I'm like
Fia's
this.
if someone like even like kind of like if someone like hits me
I
when
bark.
they walk by, she'll literally like growl at them.
I just bark.
That's so fun.
It's so fun. Honestly, I
It's
love
amazing.
it. And it's like, they're not like important people that I'm being mean to.
No, it's just like strangers who will never remember it, but maybe learned a valuable lesson.
Yeah.
What's the lesson?
Don't fuck with us.
Don't fuck with us.
Don't you
The
dare.
two of us out, you should be scared.
You should watch out.
Have you ever been approached by a stranger in a way that you found endearing?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't think of like a.
We sort of talked about
Good
this
example,
like
but-
a few pods ago, but like if somebody comes up and just sort of starts a really cool conversation or compliments you in a different way that's not like stereotypical. Like if somebody's like, "Wow, you can have a really good we're having a really good conversation right now. I really like talking to you." That's a sick little
that's a
compliment.
nice- Yeah.
I would say that has happened one
Yeah.
or two times.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of like a good approach story. But do you have one?
No, I feel like I became a musician just so I could talk to strangers and have it not be creepy.
Really?
Because, like the way that I would start conversation with strangers is by them saying, hey, I liked your song. And then,
Right. And so now you get
even
to,
when I
talk
was
to
like
people.
17, I would go to open mics. Because then I
You
was at a
like
bar,
talking to people.
and then people would talk to me.
Wait, can you tell us a little bit about your like journey into music? And
Yes.
That's right.
I grew up in Toronto.
sure.
I moved to Los Angeles when I was 19. Nothing really meaningfully happened in my career until I was like 24-ish. I was a songwriter first for other people. I'm still a songwriter for other people,
Yep.
Mhm.
which I love doing.
Yeah.
Feels like wearing different characters.
Yes.
But I figured out how to write songs before I had anything to necessarily say, or at least knew how to say it. So I liked taking on other characters, but
Who's your favorite person you've written for?
probably Sabrina.
Sabrina
Yeah.
Carpenter.
Mhm.
That's awesome.
Written with.
With.
It's very much her thoughts, ideas, and feelings, and I was just there to
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
be of support.
Do you feel like there's a difference? Do you feel like there's a difference between like Did you like? I'm sure you're writing in Nashville, LA, New York. You're doing all of them. Do you like have a particular favorite place to be while writing?
I haven't figured out how to like Nashville yet,
Yeah.
but I think it's a me problem.
Okay.
Why? What do you not like about it?
I haven't figured out how to like it yet. It's not that I dislike it.
Okay.
It's that I what do I not like about it?
Yeah. Let's get into it because I can help with that. People.
I think it like it. I start feeling very Canadian when
Okay.
I'm down there. It just
Okay,
feels like
yeah.
everyone's LARPing the Confederacy.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know if that's acceptable for me to say.
Say it. If that's your read.
Yeah.
No,
Why
I have
do
so
you
many.
say
There's so many
that?
people I love there. They'd be so mad at me for talking shit.
You gotta talk a little
I don't know.
bit.
It's a me thing.
Yeah.
I haven't-
Okay.
it's a me thing.
Is it like an energy, or are there like things that actually happen?
I also think they just love talking shit about Los Angeles, and I get defensive.
Oh, do you love LA? Or
Yeah, so much.
Oh,
So
okay.
you
So
would
much.
choose LA over New York, you think?
I think I lived there for 11 years and spent my whole 20s there.
Yeah.
And it's hard to replicate the kind of community that you spent a decade making.
Yeah.
So I think if that community was anywhere else, don't tell Nashville I said they were LARPing
Okay,
the
well-
Confederacy.
Okay, well, this is a podcast.
I do think
so-
that's funny, but don't tell them I said that.
Okay, we
Okay.
won't.
I mean that 80% because I think it's a funny sentence and 20% because
It's true.
I don't trust the sincerity of their pink cowboy hats.
I don't either.
Yeah.
I
the
don't
hell is
either
that, guys?
at all.
What does that mean to you?
But I do. But I've recently found some love for Nashville, which
Help me.
Some love
Tell me
in
how.
Nashville.
I didn't
Oh, sorry.
think I would
They do
like
have
it
a
at
hockey team.
all. I didn't think I would like it at all.
Mhm.
And then I wrote down there too, and I was like, I don't know. I got in rooms with some really cool people, and then I went to LA last week, and I was in sessions and I was writing. I just I felt like I wasn't connecting as much
With the people
with the people perhaps in LA
or the culture.
I don't know. I think I'm also just like shopping around right now. So
Right. But
Shopping around for a city?
no, for like producer.
I see.
writer.
There's a lot of very talented people there.
Very.
They're never going to let me do my pragmatic crossover to country music now.
Yeah.
I've insulted them. They're going to hear it.
They're
they would
walking
never.
you out.
Do you want
now.
to do country music?
No.
Okay.
But like, who knows? Maybe I want to make money someday.
Yeah.
So true.
Or like more of it.
So true.
Is there
They
like a
make
lot
so
of
much
money in country music?
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's like
Because that's America.
America.
Haven't you noticed everyone doing their country crossover albums?
Yeah, everyone's
No, I'm
going
out
over.
of the loop.
Everyone's a
Chaperone's
cunt.
going.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I feel like she's allowed though, because she is a Midwest princess
She
after
is
all.
a Midwest princess.
Yeah, that's kind of her
I love
roots.
it. Who are you listening to right now? Who are you liking artist wise and just like for your own ears?
Who have I been listening to? I've been listening to the Leon Thomas album a lot, which I love.
Mm-hmm.
I loved the Chapel album, obviously.
I love the chapel.
Now that that's top of mind, I've been I've been revisiting a lot of my like origin favorites. It's like lots of Joni Mitchell, lots of Nina Simone, lots of Carole King.
Gorgeous. Gorgeous. I love it.
I'm trying to remember what it felt like to love songs before I knew why I loved them.
Oh.
Because now I know, like I can, like if I love a song, I know what it's doing that
Yeah,
I
like
love
the
about it.
technical
Yeah.
pieces of it.
Yeah, there's like the mysticism is a bit cut by the understanding and analysis. But if I'm like, I love that song when I was 14,
Right.
there's something nice about going back to it and knowing there's
Revisiting.
like a purity in that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Absolutely. Oh, I love that.
Wait, so you were writing for other people and with other people until you were 24, and then when did you start sort of writing your own music?
I had these 3 songs. I had a song called Changed, a song called The Few Things, and a song called Blurry, I think was the third one. And I just liked them, and I thought they were for me. So I was like, okay, I believe in these. And then I had like 8 songs come out like pre-record label, and they're still some of my favorites.
I love
Wrote the song called 25 in Barcelona
I
early
love that
on.
song.
Thanks.
It's a great song.
I like that one a lot too.
Cool.
It's one of my favorites.
Hell yeah.
And then when did you write If the World Was Ending?
I wrote it originally as the chorus for a different song. There's a song on my first album called 4:30 in Toronto, and the chorus of If the World Was Ending was originally the chorus of 4:30 in Toronto.
Okay.
But I really liked the verses of 4:30, and I really liked the chorus of If the World Was Ending, but I didn't think they fit really. So I just, If the World Was Ending ended up in my journal for like a year and a half. And then a week before I have a session with Julia, who I sing the song with, there's an earthquake in LA, and it reminded me of that chorus, and I was like, oh yeah, that was cool. So then I went into the session with Julia and said, the world's ending, come over, right? And then we wrote the verses together. And
Yeah.
It's a beautiful song.
I love that one
hits
too.
really hard.
You know it's crazy. That song came out 2020 or 2019.
At the end of 2019.
Yeah. And then the pandemic hit.
That did
and
happen, yeah.
It just like I
Well-
did have my ex-boyfriend come over when I thought the world was ending. Because it was like, what, March 16th, that week of, like,
Yeah.
everyone was like, what's going on? And then I was listening to that song, and I was like, I'm going to call my ex.
I hate that happened. I feel like I might
I
be.
hate that happened.
I might be like minorly responsible for a lot of
No, you were.
unadvisable revisitations.
Yeah, you
Oh,
were.
for sure.
You were.
Wait, and how did that go? Did you regret it?
Terrible.
Yeah.
Terrible.
There you go.
The
Kinda
person.
You're bad, JP.
Yeah, it's totally my fault. The person that you, I mean it. I'm owning that one. I think the person that you would only want to be with if you didn't have to wake up next to them is like not necessarily a good choice.
Oh. Dude. Ooh.
Because
Yeah,
we
it's
don't
done.
live in that
God.
world. Like the
No,
world,
yeah, you
we
don't.
we do wake up the next morning. We do like life does go on.
Right.
So I would only do this like if everything was completely fucked.
Yeah.
Person, that's a different person than the person.
Then the person you're supposed to be with.
Yeah.
It's true.
Do you still? Well, I guess you have a girlfriend, so you can't answer that.
You can ask me though.
Do you still feel
I'll-
that way about a person?
A person.
Yeah.
Or a couple of people.
I mean,
Or do you have some people?
If the world were ending, I would want to be with my girlfriend.
Yeah.
So she is now the apocalypse choice and the non-apocalypse
That's
choice.
a huge
So
compliment.
that's kind of a huge deal.
That's a
kind of
big
landed
deal.
on your feet then.
Yeah, that is a win.
It's a win, I would say.
I mean, ideally, if you're in a relationship, then they
Should be.
fit both criterias.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Also, that song blew up.
It was a fun little adventure, that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
How was that experience for you?
I mean, it was weird because it was during COVID, so it was all like the kind of the internet illusion of success and not any sort of tactile experiences of it. I much prefer my slow burn, put out music I love, have the right people find it, build an
Yeah.
audience, go on tour,
Right.
career.
Yeah.
You know, who knows? Maybe there's another like natural disaster that works well with my marketing.
Ooh, Perhaps.
Exactly.
But I am afraid of writing any sort of catastrophically themed songs anymore.
Yeah,
Because it feels like you
kinda
manifested the
you
last
kinda-
one.
I don't want to take credit for that,
You brought
but
the
it was a nice
pandemic.
coincidence.
You broke into the Wuhan lab.
Yeah. Yeah.
We had a Chinese
Unleashed.
marketing team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
The record labels, oh my God, they
Yeah.
run the world.
Corporate
It's
daddy went hard
pretty
on that one.
fucked up.
Oh my God. For sure. He did. He went
That's
to town.
my conspiracy.
He went to town.
The pandemic was me. I got a
We're-
Grammy nom.
We're gonna
there
put
you
that
go.
out
Worth
there.
it.
We're gonna start a
I
rumor.
guess if the pandemic was you, you probably would have won the Grammy too.
Yeah.
Yeah, her won it. There's such a dark follow-up joke to that,
What?
but we're not going to go there.
Okay.
None of us have the right
After.
to.
Maybe, yeah.
But we can look at none of it. No.
He's not going.
I've
He's not
al-
going.
I'm scared.
JP, what have you always said?
What have I always said? Okay, I have two. I've prepared for this question
Okay.
because
Oh,
you
wow.
gave it to me
Can't
in
wait.
advance. There's two. There's one, that's what I've been saying.
Okay.
I like this as a game because when you say that's what I've been saying, there are different versions of that sentence depending on the emphasis that you choose. I will demonstrate. That's what I've been saying. 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 That's what I've been saying.
Okay, and your next song.
All
is
of those-
That's what I've been saying.
And I could like sing it with the melody emphasis.
Yeah.
That's a really good idea.
Yeah, you're welcome. I would love some.
Wait.
I would love some equity.
Plan.
That's what I've been saying. That's what I've been saying. That's what
Whoa.
I've been saying. That's what I've been saying.
Chilling.
That's what I've been saying.
Okay,
It's beautiful.
I'd play that.
Write
Air
it.
guitar and
Let's write it
everything.
right now.
Okay.
That's
Via
not-
JP collab. Yvette standing in the back, just like waving.
Or it's like a chant version at the end where you do the emphasis game.
Yep.
Like it's got a pretty song about
Ooh, and
something
then at the
else.
end-
Maybe it's like a song to your sister who you don't want to get married. And they're like, why didn't you tell me
Callback.
earlier? And you'd be like, wait, that's what I've been saying. That's what I've been saying. That's what I've been saying. Or maybe it's fantasizing about like 4 years from now when they are like, you know what? Like, why'd you let me marry him?
That's what I've been saying.
That's what I've been saying.
That could be like the setup pre-chorus.
That's sick.
When you ask me a couple years from now, why didn't you say anything? That's
you-
what I've been saying.
do you write
That's what
songs?
I've been saying. That's what I've been saying. You know,
Yeah.
Are you?
He's got it.
It's done. Like
in his
it's
head.
done. Do you write songs really fast? Usually.
it depends. I
When
write
you're-
bad songs really fast.
Well, you were also a writer, like first before you were an artist.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
I love songs. It's
You're
such a fun little
profesh.
craft. But it's basically this. Like songwriting, I mean, you're a songwriter. You understand how it works. You just kind of talk to your friends and then slowly the conversation just becomes a song.
That's how I write jokes.
yeah.
is like from conversations.
Yeah.
So
We're all
kind
the
of, we're all the
same.
same. We're all kind
We're
of
all
doing
the
it.
same.
You guys are just a lot more emotional. I just process it differently.
I feel like good comedians are pretty emotional.
I'm pretty Greek
No, I'm
yogurt
kind of-
about it.
Yeah,
but
I am emotional. What?
nothing.
What?
Nothing.
Talk about yogurt again.
I was just going there again.
Yeah. Play the fart video. There was one video on the internet that actually like shattered the two of us. It's just like we played it on a pod. I'll show you the clip after.
We'll do it after.
Anyway, if you're an avid listener, go listen to that
That's
episode.
the best episode.
It's the best episode in my opinion.
I'm officially warm.
Oh,
yeah,
it's really
it's
hot
hot.
in here. Chris
To finish off.
has been quiet this whole time.
To finish
We forgot
off.
about him. Okay.
What? Ooh, colorful.
Uh-oh.
Maybe colors.
Tat reveal.
This
Whoa.
one I just got, so it's all like
Yeah, it's still
Wait, show
covered.
me.
cool and well, that one, ignore that one,
Whoa.
but the other ones are done and nice and we like
Wow.
them.
Oh my god,
Those
it's
are
like Patrick, but it's
beautiful.
like all blue and green and stuff.
Patrick, like the from SpongeBob.
Patchwork.
Patchwork, I see.
I'm describing for the listeners.
Oh, I see. Yeah, there's a fish holding an umbrella. There's a lady looking out of a window, and the window is looking at the ocean, and the ocean's spilling out the window because surrealism. And then there's Monet's lily pads, and then there's an
my
orange with a
God.
keyhole to the universe.
Wow. I love it.
And there's more. It keeps going, but we'll
okay.
stop there.
Okay, we'll stop there. But
So
those
we'll
are
have
beautiful.
you take off your shirt later and explain the rest.
Sure.
There's some here that I like.
I see the neck one.
I like the neck one too.
Yeah.
What's the neck one?
It's a poem. Well, it's a part of a poem.
What poem?
Tanya Ingram's poem. The last line of the poem is all of it is a working title.
I like that.
She goes, I am writing my poem in this here heart. All of it is a working title. Beautiful. We love Tanya.
I love Tanya. What is the second thing you've always said?
Yeah.
What was my other one? I had like a thoughtful one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Feeling like you can't do a lot is a shitty reason not to do a little.
Ooh.
That's my other one. I remind myself of that a lot because it's such. I find that's one of my go-to rationales for when I'm feeling lazy or uncommitted.
Yeah.
Be like, well, I can't really do that much. No. That's a bad reason not to do a little.
That's really good.
I like that.
Because also when you feel like you have to do a lot, sometimes it's like crippling
Yeah.
Mhm, crippling.
because
So
you're like, I have
just do
so
a
much to
little.
do, and then you just sort of sit on your couch and you're like,
Then you just give up
yeah,
completely.
you just have to do one step at a
Just
time.
Do a little.
A little baby one.
Just do a little.
Yeah.
We're all just insignificant little humans trying to be sincere and do the right thing. Just do a little.
Little by little, we can make it better. Little. You guys know.
Okay,
that
so
song?
what was that?
I think that's Raven Simone
Really?
from That's So Raven album.
There's a similar era.
She came out with an album from That's So Raven show.
Little by little, we can make it better.
Little by little, everyone
smash.
together. Yeah.
Do you have
It's
perfect
kind of a
pitch?
bar.
No,
Okay. Are you okay? Just curious.
Wait, did you go to music school?
no. I'm deeply uneducated.
Me too.
Sick.
Wait, did you go to college?
No.
Whoa.
You just moved to LA.
Yeah.
You're just like,
Yeah.
let's rip it.
Yeah. Basically.
Incredible.
I mean, I like fucked up high school, like not in a good way. Like
Because you kept getting kicked.
that only happened once a year,
Okay.
Oh, okay.
but the
So just
trauma
once-
lasted every semester.
It lingers. It does linger.
Oh
Wow.
my God.
Yeah. No, I was not good at education generally.
Okay.
I wasn't either.
I
at
was.
all.
It was kind of my
Hate you.
bag.
Yeah, you're really good at that.
I miss it. I was so good at that shit. I was getting perfect grades. Oh,
I hated it.
loved it.
You did such a good job, and look at you now,
Yeah,
Yeah.
look at me.
sitting
Sort
at
of
the
the same
same
places
table with a
Yeah.
bunch of people who failed high school. Not to speak for you.
It's like we're all like the same. So we basically
Except
all
one of us
equaled out.
It was nominated for a Grammy.
That's true.
And we are still waiting on that.
Well, it's been an absolute pleasure to
Do you
have
feel like
you on.
Do you feel like there's any last words? If the world was ending, what would you say on the pod?
On the pod, if this was the end,
If
If the world was ending, what would you say on We've Always Said That podcast?
that's hard. I've not thought about it. I think I like generally say whatever I want.
Yeah.
So I don't think I have any sort of deep rooted thing to get off my chest.
That's good.
Sure.
Pending the end of the world. I don't know. What would I say? I don't know. Tell people it'd be simple. I'd tell people
Tell
I
us you
love
love
them.
us.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say
What would
say
our song be? Our We've Always Said That song.
Like if you had a theme song,
Yeah.
or if we
if
had like
you were to
a
write a
title,
song.
maybe a title.
Yeah. What's the song title?
it's not We've Always Said That. You want a different title?
asking you to write us a song right now.
I mean, if you want, I'll give you like a 5-minute writing session. You can write a song right now.
We just get
Yeah.
into it. We'll do it after. We'll do it after. No, it was like the way your brain works tickles my brain.
Yeah, this is
Fun.
incredible.
So
actually.
this was really fun. And
It's really enjoyable.
You're
to
a very
hear.
brilliant person.
Thanks.
And your music is beautiful, and we can't wait for do you know when the album is
Part 1's April 18th.
Okay, April 18th.
And then what's part 2?
June.
Oh,
So
wow.
sick.
Okay.
You guys,
B-side.
I've really
Jesus.
enjoyed this conversation. It's been really exciting and fun and
Good.
interesting.
We did too.
Yeah, I'm
We
so
really
glad you could come
appreciate
on.
it.
We were so looking forward to this episode, so I'm so glad.
Yeah.
Honestly, the screenshot Jenny sent me of your Instagram story came at a moment of sadness and insecurity and was so validating and helpful.
Yeah, no, I think I love that you take big swings.
Yeah.
I respect anyone that takes a big swing.
Oh yeah.
And I think that you did. And I'm excited about that.
Thanks.
So,
Which songs did I send you? Did she pass them along?
Yeah,
we listened to them
the other
together.
night. They were
Did I
great.
send you Batty with a Vape Addiction?
No. We need that.
Can we listen to that?
Yeah, we can.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll play some of them now if you want.
Yeah, let's do
Oh
it.
my god, please.
Okay.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, JP Saxe, for stopping in.
You're welcome, friends. Thanks for having me.
We'll see you.
We'll see you guys later.
And guess what?
We've always said that.